this video, I'm going to be talking about the circle theorem that concerns tangents and radii. Specifically, I'm talking about the theorem that says that two tangents drawn from a point to a circle are equal. Now, I prefer to look at this as the two tangents drawn from a point to a circle form a kite. And we can see that this is a kite because we know that a kite is a quadrilateral where the two adjacent sides are equal. So these two sides here are equal and those two sides there are equal. We actually already know that these two are equal because these are both radii. The theorem tells me that these are also equal, and so the theorem tells me that this shape is a kite. It looks a bit like a kite, but of course I need to prove that properly. So to do that, I'm going to draw myself a generic example of what's going on, and I'm going to try and prove that this has given me a kite. Now the first bit is already done for me because I've already proved this in an earlier video. The first thing that I'm going to notice is that here we have radii touching the tangents, and so they must be right angles. That's one of the circle theorems we already have. They must be right angles. We also already have that these two have to be equal. As I just said, these two are radii, so they have to be equal already. All I need to do now is to prove that these lines here are equal, going from the point to where the tangent touches the circle. To do that, I'm going to add in an extra line. I like adding in extra lines. So I've added an extra line that goes from the center of the circle to the point outside the circle where the tangents meet. Now, once again, I've built myself two triangles. And if we look at these two triangles, we see that they are both right angle triangles. We see that they both have this line in common, the hypotenuse in common, so the hypotenuse is the same. And because these two lengths are the same, we have another side shared. This is once again an example of RHS, right angle hypotenuse side. So here we have a right angle, we have a shared hypotenuse, and we have a shared side. That means that these two triangles are congruent. They are the same triangle. Well, if they're the same triangle, then clearly these lengths here have to be the same because they are the same triangle. That is what the theorem is saying, that these two lengths are equal.